Zach, the shots fell tonight, 14 threes. What did you see different from your team this evening?
Well, that's a good question. To be honest, I'm so disappointed in how we played defensively. It just wasn't good enough. I'm glad we found a way to win. We had really good individual performances tonight. D'Angelo Ware and LLs were both fantastic. Amir Galazadeh came off the bench in the first half, made shots, was excellent, gave us some good scoring punch. Sean Walker, Tyler Poindexter made big plays, a couple big offensive rebounds, big finishes late in the game. I'm glad we made 14 threes. We did not do a good enough job playing as a cohesive defensive unit tonight. We gave up 40 points in the first half, which is astronomical and poor because we didn't play with any kind of urgency in the first half defensively. And early in the second half, we just let them, we were running around, we weren't in the passing lane. We didn't close out with high hands enough. They got too many offensive rebounds. I think they had 13 offensive rebounds. So look, I'm not upset. I'm glad we won. We won by 16. We played against a very talented team. When you play somebody 4 times, it is difficult to beat somebody 4 times. But I'm disappointed with how we played defensively. It's hard to be upset after a 16-point win when you play in such a tough, physical, exhausting league. This is our 4th round of 4 games in 8 days. Our guys are tired. We're looking forward to the break before we play in the state tournament, but we have such a huge road game Saturday. We have no time to feel sorry for ourselves. We've got to figure it out defensively. It's on our staff. I'll watch a lot of film tonight because we've got to get better defensively. But proud of our guys that we fought. We came together when we had to in huddles, and really excited that we figured it out down the stretch against a very, very talented team.
You mentioned D'Angelo, and in the 4 games against Northwest Florida State, his point total has gone up. What is it about, and I asked him, and I want to get your thoughts, how he's able to exploit the matchups?
Well, D'Angelo just plays so hard. His motor never stops running. I mean, that's the first thing you notice when you watch D'Angelo Ware play is his motor and his toughness. He's all over the floor. He's probably the best rebounding guard we've had at Tallahassee in my 3 years here. He had 15 boards tonight. I think he had 10 at halftime, which is insane and great. But D'Angelo is such a tough guy. He is a competitive guy. He wants to do well. Sometimes he wants to do well so badly that he'll make a play that's a little bit overzealous. But really glad that we've got the roster that we do top to bottom, because we got a lot of guys that fit together. We have really good complementary pieces, and guys know their role. But D'Angelo's a guy that we don't win without tonight. You could say that about a lot of games, but you could also say that about every single guy on our roster. You can pick out 4 or 5 games where without that guy and that performance in that spot, we aren't having the success that we're having. But our guard play was much better tonight than it was Tuesday. D'Angelo, Sean Walker, Chris Hampton made a huge 3 late. His defensive energy was fantastic. Tyler Poindexter had a good second half. Amir was excellent in the first half. Josh Rubio was phenomenal tonight. Big time baskets, big time rebounds, took some charges. So we're not far away, but we've got to get a lot more precise. We've got to get a lot more crisp with our defensive rotations if we're going to have success Saturday night at Pensacola and then again in the state tournament.
What would it mean to repeat as Panhandle Conference champions? You have 1 more game. If you win, you'll be able to repeat the first time since 1996-97.
It would mean everything. This program's been through a lot since I've been the head coach here, with recruiting and all the ups and downs we've had, not so much from a wins and losses standpoint, but in junior college, you fight things that you don't fight at other levels, and guys are constantly fighting to be the best versions of themselves. We've had some turnover with players. We lost 2 great assistant coaches last year. So it's hard. It's hard at this level because of the lack of continuity to have repeated, consistent success. So for us to be in year 2 as a staff, as a head coach, to be back-to-back champs would mean the world, because it really shows you that work can overcome a lot of obstacles. Resources, we're a resourceful group. We probably don't have the budget that other schools in our league do. The facility's probably a little bit older than some of the other facilities in our league. But we don't look for reasons to make excuses or to say, oh, well, they have that, so we can't have this. No, we're trying to, again, unapologetically, and we're trying to be the best program in the country. Every day we try to do that, so we fight for our lives every day. I think we've got a little bit of a little brother tendency in which we're scrappy, and we got to keep playing with a chip on our shoulder. And if we do that Saturday night, we'll return to Tallahassee at 2 in the morning on Sunday morning with a back-to-back championship crown.
Thanks, Zach.
All right, guys, go Eagles.